California tonight, President Trump says he is deploying the National Guard as protests erupt over federal immigration raids. Trump's border czar Tom Homan says 2,000 soldiers are heading to Los Angeles tonight, and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth warns that if violence continues, active duty Marines at Camp Pendleton will also be mobilized.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Let's continue here.
Crowds are flooding the streets for a second day. They're furious over the dozens of arrests during ICE raids across L.A. Protesters blocked traffic and clashed with federal agents today. Officers on the ground even fired tear gas into the crowds. California Governor Gavin Newsom is blasting the deployment, saying it will only escalate tensions. In New York, similar protests erupted in Lower Manhattan. At least 17 people were arrested today as demonstrators pushed back on ICE enforcement. Federal agents have been spotted near courthouses all week, and protesters say they're not backing down.
All right, no one is backing down right now. People are fed up. All right, the world is fed up. All right, everyone is fed up of seeing the wickedness that is upon them. All right, basically. All right, by the hands of by the hands of this one of this devil Donald Trump. All right, aka Nero. All right, because the scriptures talk about, you know, you're gonna be basically handed over to a cruel king. All right, and that is that cruel king, Donald DJ Trump. All right, aka Nero. Let me see if I could get that real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. Let's start from verse 2. It says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." All right, these are things that we see happening right now. All right, and the spirit of Egypt, all right, which is where Babylon the Great, aka America, shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. So we see Esau kingdom basically crumbling right now. All right, all the wickedness, all the things that they have been doing in the days of old till now, you know, they now starting to get, you know, things now starting to come back at them. All right, but this devil is not going to go down without a fight. All right, it says here, "And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to their charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord." All right, which is who? Representing that cruel lord right now, Nero, you know, also known as Donald Trump right now in reincarnation. And you could also tell by just the way and the type of laws, the way he moving, and the type of laws he is coming out with. All right, you could tell. All right, because you know this devil, he have a lot of wicked intention. This is what Esau wants. Esau wants chaos. He wants to bring what? He wants to bring martial law. He wants to bring all these different type of acts. You know, he wants to bring in these things into play. All right, he wants to destroy our people, Israel. All right, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today. And how he's going to try and do that by bringing chaos on the earth. All right, he knows that people is going to basically come against him for the type of laws that he's creating. Right, his draconian laws. He knows people is going to rile up at that, and that is what Esau wants. This is what the so-called white man wants. He wants people to rile up. All right, so the video that we just look at, you know, this is the outcome that he looking for. All right, he looking for things worse than this. All right, and how we know that also, Klaus Schwab came up and said what? Prepare for an angry world. He said people is going to lose their jobs. All right, AI, humanoid robots, is going to take over and take your job. You're going to own nothing and be happy. You really and truly are not going to be happy. You're going to be angry. All right, because this devil is taking everyone's job from them. All right, now what he's doing, he's taking the immigrants, you know, those that they let in, you know, through they use bribing to bring in those immigrants, and then they bring Trump now, you know, to basically kick them back out. All right, and this is just how Esau operates. All right, so it's not that one president was doing their own thing and the other president come to do their own thing. Every one of them have to follow rules and regulations of the elites. All right, let's continue with the video.
Chicago is one of several cities now on high alert. This is video from Wednesday showing people taken into custody during an immigration check in the South Loop. The Department of Homeland Security says agents in Chicago and other major cities are being told to keep a close eye as officials closely watch the unrest in California.
All right, and as I mentioned, people are fed up. All right, people are really fed up of seeing the things that taking place to their families and whatnot. All right, let's come here. This is Isaiah 10 and verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." All right, the wicked laws, the draconian laws, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today. All right, it says that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And this devil, you know, he never have enough. All right, the scriptures talk about him like that. You know, he never have enough. He always want. All right, he always want. You know, they have more than they heart could desire. You know, in the book of Psalms, real quick, chapter 73 and verse 7, it says, "Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish." All right, and this is how these devils are. All right, they have more than anybody else. All right, and yet still they still want more. All right, yet still they want blood. Yet still they want chaos. All right, it says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lofty. All right. All right. I wanna
Speaking in Southern California.
Slovakia. I wanna kind of speed up this a little bit because it have some other videos, you know, just showing you leading what you know that people fed up, showing you that people fed up. Let's look at one or two of them.
I can't handle this, y'all. This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But, our neighbor's school, y'all know I work at a school. Fuck. Our neighbor in school, I think it's Gratas, I don't know how to say it. It's Gratas or something like that. They were having their graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. Most of these schools are... Fuck, yo. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Gratas, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden, a bunch of parents have to run out because ISIS is there. This is the story that I'm hearing.
Right, it's ISIS talking about, right? Not ISIS. He's talking about that slip.
And, our school goes on lockdown. Our principal, tells us it's a drill, but we know it's not a drill. And, I had to come outside. It's my break. We kind of got like off of a soft lockdown. And parents had to run out because they don't have papers, and they had to leave their kids because the kids do. What type of shit is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home. What the fuck is this? And we voted for this shit?
Yeah, you all voted, all right? And you all did what? You all trust in the wicked. You all trust in oppression. You all trust in vain help, all right? This is Psalms. Let me see, 118. And verse 8. It says, "It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in man." It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in princes. Alright? But you people went, following and looking for betterment. Alright? And this is what it is do. Even here in Trinidad. Alright? Even around the world, different countries, they give you a particular, the elites basically ruling over all your governments and whatnot, first to begin with. And then on top of that, they will give you someone in that government to basically do a lot of foolishness to anger the people. And then people will want change. So now they will come now, the same elites, the same people who ruling over them will say, well, here what, it's your time to step down, and let's bring in someone else. And he now or she is going to push the other part of the narrative that they're looking for. Alright? So it's a whole show. Alright? It's a whole show for you people. Alright? So basically have you all in a trick bag. Let's read this again. This Psalms 118 and 8. It says it is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in princes. Alright? Let's take in our next one. Let's bear with my Babakasha. Now just to add, a matter of fact, let me play it. Right. Just to add to this, we seeing all these things taking place around the world. Alright? Babylon the Great, aka America, is the last place these things is going to start to take place. Alright, we're going to see chaos happening. You know, we happen to see some chaos and different things like this, even worse than this around the world. Alright, now we're seeing it burn up in Babylon the Great, aka America. Alright, people are fed up, people are coming against the politicians, they're coming against the government system, they're coming against the army, they're coming against the police officers. Alright, and this is what Esau wants. Alright, a matter of fact, let me get the scripture there now. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15. Let's start from verse 14. It says, woe to them, Salakia, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means what? Destruction. Alright? For the sword and their destruction draw it nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and their course of their actions shall stand in their power. Alright? A lot of people today, you know, this last part that I read, you know, a lot of the people today are living up this part. You know, they don't regard their kings or princes. Alright? They don't care. Alright? They're basically fighting back. And you're going to see more of this taking place. Alright? This whole thing here is not going to stop. It's going to continue. And this is something also to show where Trump is going to start to bring forth martial law. He's going to he's going to Salakia. Yeah. Salakia. Yeah, he will start to bring forth martial law. He's going to, all his humanoid robots and these different robot dogs and all these things that you have been seeing, showing more and more, around the world and whatnot. These things is going to be put in the streets very soon to fight against these people. Alright? Because look at this, the ICE, they throw down the man. Alright, because he in front there. Who sent him there? Nobody knows. Alright? But just like how they pull away and they try to avoid the people from running over them, right? If this was a AI robot, that AI robot would not even bother to do something like that to try to avoid that AI robot would have just run through that crowd, and take how much people they want to take with them. Alright? And these are the different technologies and whatnot they're gonna look to bring forth, alright, in order to fight against these people. Let's get our next video here. Check this one out.
President Trump and Secretary Noem. My name is Beverly Juarez, and this is my family. You may not know my father because you are busy, but today we ask for your help. On Friday the 30th, my father was detained by ICE. My mother is set to leave soon. We ask for your help with the deportation of our parents. My father's stay application was submitted on Wednesday in Miramar, Miami, and there it was sent to Chrome Detention Center. We know while this stay is being read and filed, he cannot be removed. We ask your help urgently to right this wrong. My father is a business owner, a taxpayer, and he's not a criminal. We beg for your help. Last night, we received a phone call from my father to my mother where he told us that he was on the list for the next flight out. President Trump and
Right? So you're seeing people crying out, people mourning and whatnot. Why? Because the wicked is an authority. Alright? This is showing you that we are at the end. Alright, the scriptures talk about that. When it is you start to see mourning, you start to see wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes and whatnot. This is because we are in that time. Alright? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to send his only begotten son, Yahushua Mashiach, to bring back righteousness on this earth, to take out Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And this is why this devil is coming on with great wrath. Alright, he's coming on with great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. Revelation 12 and 12. Alright, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Alright, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Alright, this devil knows that he has but a short time. So he's coming down with great wrath. So we're going to see even more. Alright, more chaos. More deaths. Alright. Stay tuned and pay attention of what taking place. Understand that things are not going to get better. Alright? Things are not going to get better because things, we are living in the last days. Alright? When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. Alright? This is Psalms 10 and verse 2. It says, the wicked is in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. Alright? So this is what they want. All this is their desire. They seeking for their kingdom to continue lasting, to continue ruling. This is what they want. Alright? They want full control. But they can't just get full control by just coming out and standing in front of a podium or in front of a camera and telling you, well, here what's going on. We coming to take over everything, and well, you better comply or else. They're not going to come out like that. Alright? But what they do when they're coming out in a different form, a different way, using gradualism. Alright? It says here, verse 3, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after power. Power is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. But thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemy, he puffeth at them. Alright, and this is what Esau doing. He's against our people. Alright? He's looking to do what? He's looking to put people in different facilities and whatnot. All these stores that got closed down. Alright? All these things is turning into what? FEMA camps. We have been speaking about this and telling you all about this since however long now. Alright? We have been preaching about this. telling you all about the FEMA camps, all right? The things that these devils is about to do. But not one of you all will listen and hearken on to the word of the Lord. Or you think that we just coming up with these words for ourselves, but we speaking through the scriptures. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is warning you all to turn back to him, or else he's going to bring a sudden destruction upon you all. Alright? So I will end it there. Just watch, pray, understand, pay attention to what's taking place. And I would end it here. Shalom.